Breaking news tonight from the Food Safety Desk. McDonald's just recalled over 100 quarter-pounder meals after E. coli sent 34 people to hospitals across 14 states. But order the wrong meal at the wrong chain, and what you are really eating is sugar disguised as bread, plastic leaching from heated pods, and caffeine levels that killed 2 people. For families grabbing drive-through dinners after soccer practice, or seniors relying on consistent familiar meals, this is not just convenience food. It is a health minefield disguised as American tradition. In today's video, we are exposing 7 American fast food restaurants you must avoid, even if you have trusted them for decades. Stay tuned till the end, because we will also reveal 3 chains that actually put your safety first. 7. Panera Bread. The place your mom takes you for soup and salad. That warm bakery smell. The clean, modern cafes that feel healthier than drive-thrus. A brand that built trust on fresh ingredients and transparent nutrition. Then, between September 2022 and December 2023, Panera's charged lemonade killed 2 people and permanently injured at least 2 more. Sarah Katz, a 21-year-old University of Pennsylvania student, died of cardiac arrest in September 2022 after drinking what she thought was regular lemonade. She had long QT syndrome, a heart condition, and carefully avoided caffeine on doctor's orders. Dennis Brown, a 46-year-old Florida man with high blood pressure, died in October 2023 after drinking 3 charged lemonades in one day. He had been drinking them for 6 days straight. At 390 milligrams per 30-ounce cup, 1 large charged lemonade contained more caffeine than 4 cups of coffee combined, more than Red Bull and Monster energy drinks together. And it also included guarana extract, another stimulant. It also packed nearly 30 teaspoons of sugar. The FDA says healthy adults can safely consume 400 milligrams daily. 1 large charged lemonade brought you within 10 milligrams of that limit. Panera displayed these drinks in self-serve dispensers next to regular lemonade and iced tea. No warning labels, no age restrictions. The menu board called it plant-based and clean, with as much caffeine as our dark roast coffee. But Panera's own nutrition data proved that was false. A large charged lemonade had more caffeine than any size of their dark roast. Walk into any Panera right now if they still have these dispensers. Look at how they are positioned alongside juice and regular drinks. Nothing screams energy drink. Nothing warns teenagers or people with heart conditions. For seniors on blood pressure medication, 390 milligrams of caffeine can trigger dangerous arrhythmias and cardiac episodes. For college students like Sarah Katz, who trusted Panera to disclose risks, 1 drink ended her life. For families with teenagers, caffeine at these levels can cause permanent cardiac damage in developing hearts. The Department of Justice did not charge Panera criminally, but wrongful death lawsuits piled up. The families wanted one thing: acknowledgement that Panera knew these drinks were dangerous and served them anyway without adequate warnings. In May 2024, Panera quietly removed charged lemonade from all stores nationwide, calling it a menu transformation. No apology, no admission, just gone. Have you ever ordered charged lemonade at Panera? Drop a comment. Let's see how many people drank caffeine bombs thinking they were getting lemonade. Trusted health brand turned energy drink dealer. But wait until you hear what the Golden Arches did to an entire state. 6. McDonald's. 104 people across 14 states fell ill from E. coli 0157H7 between September and October 2024. The source was slivered onions on quarter-pounder burgers supplied by Taylor Farms. 34 hospitalizations. 4 cases of hemolytic uremic syndrome, a condition causing kidney failure. 1 death. An 88-year-old man in Colorado who ordered what he thought was a safe, familiar meal. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention began investigating in late October 2024 after reports flooded in from hospital emergency rooms. Patients presented with severe stomach cramps, bloody diarrhea, and vomiting. The pattern was unmistakable. 99% of interviewed victims had eaten at McDonald's within a week of falling ill. 84% specifically remembered quarter pounders with slivered onions. McDonald's temporarily pulled quarter pounders from 900 restaurants across affected states. Taylor Farms recalled yellow onions. Testing confirmed contamination, though the exact source within the supply chain remained elusive. By December 3, 2024, the CDC declared the outbreak over. McDonald's resumed quarter-pounder sales with onions from different suppliers. But here's the problem. This was not McDonald's first rodeo. In 2014, independent labs found elevated acrylamide levels in McDonald's coffee. Acrylamide is classified as a probable human carcinogen that damages DNA and attacks the nervous system. California's Proposition 65 sets warning thresholds. McDonald's exceeded them. No warnings to consumers. No reformulation. Just silence. Their McCafe K-Cups add another layer. When you brew K-Cups at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, the plastic pods release BPA, phthalates, and microplastics directly into your coffee. A 2018 Canadian study tested major K-Cup brands. Every single one released detectable microplastics during brewing. Tiny plastic particles small enough to enter your bloodstream, accumulate in organs, and cross the blood-brain barrier. McDonald's sources beans through massive bulk contracts. Zero transparency on origin. No pesticide disclosure, no public testing results, just industrial-scale production focused on profit margins. Pour a cup right now if you have McCafe at home. Notice how watery it looks. Pale brown, almost see-through. Real coffee has body with natural oils floating on top. This is factory processing. For seniors with kidney disease, microplastics accumulate faster than the body can filter them. For families brewing this daily, teenagers developing brains are more vulnerable to acrylamide damage. For anyone who thought those golden arches promised consistency, they now promise consistent contamination. The E. coli outbreak is over, according to the CDC. But McDonald's pattern of cutting corners on safety while maintaining that friendly family image is ongoing. McDonald's declared the issue contained. Remember this when you're ordering. 5. Chipotle. Between 2015 and 2018, more than 1,100 people across the United States fell ill from food at Chipotle restaurants. Not 1,100 across multiple chains, 1,100 from one company. 7 major outbreaks: norovirus, salmonella, E. coli, O157H7, and Clostridium perfringens. In April 2020, Chipotle agreed to pay a $25 million criminal fine, the largest ever in a food safety case. The Department of Justice charged them with adulterating food in violation of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. Let's break down the carnage. December 2015, Boston. 141 people, including Boston College basketball players, were sickened by norovirus at a Cleveland Circle location. An ill apprentice manager was ordered to continue working after vomiting in the restaurant. Company policy required sick employees to stay home, but the manager ignored it. 2 days later, that same employee packaged a catering order for the basketball team. Outbreak confirmed. July 2018, Powell, Ohio. 647 people reported illness related to Clostridium perfringens after eating at one location. The local health department found critical violations of food regulations, specifically time and temperature controls for lettuce and beans. Food held at incorrect temperatures breeds bacteria rapidly. Chipotle knew this, and they did it anyway. But here's what the court documents revealed that's truly damning. Store-level employees reported inadequate staffing, insufficient food safety training, and pressure to work while sick. Many were teenagers and young adults who felt they could not let teammates down by calling in sick. Management created a culture where showing up sick was expected, even though it violated written policy. Sick employees handled fresh produce. Sick employees prepared food without proper sanitation breaks. Sick employees contaminated thousands of meals. The result? People hospitalized, lawsuits filed, reputations destroyed. Chipotle's food with integrity business model became food with pathogens. Open any Chipotle ingredient container right now. Notice how fresh produce sits at room temperature on serving lines for hours. Watch how employees handle multiple ingredients without changing gloves. Observe how many customers they serve before washing hands. For pregnant women, norovirus causes severe dehydration that threatens fetal development. For seniors with weakened immune systems, E. coli O157H7 attacks kidneys and causes life-threatening complications. For families with young children, Clostridium perfringens leads to hospitalization from uncontrolled diarrhea and dehydration. Chipotle paid $25 million and promised reforms. They created a Food Safety Advisory Council, implemented automated hazard monitoring, and increased employee wellness checks. But the company blamed individual employees at individual locations, rather than acknowledging systemic corporate failures. When your business model prioritizes fast casual speed over food safety, when you pressure teenagers to work through vomiting and diarrhea, when you cut corners on staffing that prevents proper sanitation, outbreaks are not accidents. They are inevitable. Chipotle's integrity died in 2015. Don't let your health die with their burritos. 4. Subway. In September 2020, Ireland's Supreme Court ruled that Subway's sandwich bread legally cannot be classified as bread. 5 judges reviewed the case. The verdict was unanimous. Why? Sugar content. Ireland's Value-Added Tax Act of 1972 defines bread as a staple food. To qualify, sugar cannot exceed 2% of the flour weight in the dough. Subway's bread contains 10% sugar by flour weight, 5 times the legal limit. The court determined Subway's bread falls into the confectionery or fancy baked goods category, more legally similar to cake than bread. This was not a quirky technicality. This was a Supreme Court declaring that what Subway calls bread is actually dessert. The case originated when Bookfinders Limited, a Subway franchisee, sought a tax refund, arguing their bread qualified as a staple food subject to 0% value-added tax. Ireland distinguishes staple foods like bread, tea, coffee, and milk from discretionary indulgences like ice cream, chocolate, pastries, and chips. Subway's sugar content disqualified it from the staple category. According to Subway's own nutritional information, a 6-inch roll contains 3 to 5 grams of sugar, except gluten-free, which has 7 grams. A foot-long doubles that. You are eating cake shaped like a sandwich container, but sugar is not Subway's only scandal. In 2014, Subway removed azodicarbonamide from its baked goods after a viral online petition. Azodicarbonamide is a flour whitening agent commonly used in yoga mats and rubber carpet underlay. The European Union bans it from food products. Subway used it in North American locations until public pressure forced its removal. Then in 2017, a CBC investigation found that Subway's chicken strips contained only 42.8% chicken DNA. The rest was soy protein. Subway sued CBC for $210 million. A judge dismissed the lawsuit in December. Testing confirmed that the product marketed as 100% chicken was not 100% chicken. It was not even 50%. Open a Subway sandwich right now. Look at that bread. Smell it. Soft, sweet, almost cakey. Now compare it to actual bread from a bakery. Real bread has crust, density, and minimal sweetness. Subway's bun compresses like cotton candy. That is processing, not bread. For diabetics, 10% sugar content in bread spikes blood glucose violently. Your insulin response treats it like dessert, because legally it is dessert. For children, training taste buds to expect bread this sweet normalizes unhealthy sugar levels in supposedly savory foods. For anyone trying to eat clean, Subway's fresh fit marketing is fiction. Their bread is cake. Their chicken is soy. Their transparency is non-existent. Ireland's Supreme Court did not criticize Subway. They read the law and tested the product. Science determined the answer. Not bread. Subway continues marketing itself as fresh and healthy. Meanwhile, courts call their product confectionery. 3. Taco Bell. In January 2011, Alabama law firm Beasley Allen filed a class action lawsuit alleging that Taco Bell's seasoned beef contained only 35% actual beef. The remaining 65% was fillers, water, wheat, oats, soy lecithin, maltodextrin, an anti-dusting agent, autolyzed yeast extract, modified cornstarch, and sodium phosphate. Taco Bell aggressively fought back, spending $3 to $4 million on advertising defending their product. They claimed 88% beef, not 35%. The lawsuit was voluntarily withdrawn in April 2011. Both sides claimed victory. Beasley Allen said Taco Bell made changes to marketing and disclosure. Taco Bell said the allegations were absolutely wrong, and nothing changed. Here is what we know for certain from USDA standards. Beef must be 70% meat, 30% fat. Taco Bell's product does not meet that definition. Taco meat filling requires at least 40% beef. The lawsuit alleged Taco Bell did not even reach 40%. USDA regulations cited in the lawsuit do not apply to restaurants. They apply to meat processors. Tyson Foods, Taco Bell's largest supplier, mixes and cooks the meat at 3 USDA-inspected plants. The meat is tested daily to meet requirements. Taco Bell internally labels their product as taco meat filling, not beef. That is telling. Even if Taco Bell's beef is 88% meat, what is the other 12%? According to Taco Bell's own ingredient disclosure released after the lawsuit, the seasoned beef contains water and a seasoning which includes maltodextrin, soy lecithin, silicon dioxide, modified cornstarch, isolated oat product, and natural flavors. None of those are beef. Silicon dioxide is an anti-caking agent. Modified cornstarch is a thickener. Isolated oat product is a fiber filler. You are paying beef prices for oat filler mixed with beef-flavored chemicals. Open a Taco Bell taco right now. Look at that meat. Smell it. Taste it. Does it taste like actual ground beef you would cook at home? Or does it taste like engineered taco flavor designed in a lab? For families on tight budgets thinking Taco Bell offers affordable protein, you are getting affordable filler with protein flavoring. For teenagers eating this regularly, maltodextrin and modified starches spike blood sugar faster than pure meat. For anyone who thought tacos were simple beef, cheese, and shell, Taco Bell's version includes oat fiber and anti-dusting agents. The lawsuit settled. The advertising blitz worked. America kept eating. But the question remains, if it is really 88% beef, why does the internal label say taco meat filling? 2. Tim Hortons. For 50 years, Tim Hortons defined Canadian identity. It was a community gathering place, a morning ritual, the coffee that built a nation. Then 2014 happened, when Tim Hortons sold to Restaurant Brands International, backed by 3G Capital. Everything changed overnight. By 2018, class action lawsuits flooded Canadian courts. The accusations were that Tim Hortons quietly switched to cheaper beans while keeping the original blend name. Customers noticed immediately a burnt taste, a chemical smell, stomach issues after drinking their longtime favorite coffee. Independent lab tests showed elevated acrylamide levels, the probable carcinogen we have discussed. There was zero transparency on bean sourcing after the acquisition. The company that once disclosed everything now disclosed nothing. The K-Cup version added microplastic exposure to the betrayal. Plastic pods are heated until they leach toxins into coffee that is already compromised. Canadians felt personally betrayed. This was not just coffee, it was national heritage sold for profit margins. Tim Hortons denied everything. They settled lawsuits quietly, and they changed nothing. The coffee Canadians loved for 50 years became unrecognizable industrial garbage overnight. Corporate ownership transformed trust into toxins. Open a Tim Hortons bag right now if you still have one. Smell that over roasted, burnt rubber aroma. That is cost-cutting, not craft roasting. Brew it and taste the bitterness, the weird chemical aftertaste that lingers for hours. For seniors who drank Tim Hortons for 30 years, this betrayal cuts deep. That morning ritual, that familiar taste, gone. Replaced by corporate bean switching and lawsuit settlements. For families, you are paying for a name that no longer means what it once did. A Canadian icon turned chemical experiment. That is corporate greed destroying heritage. 1. Boar's Head. In July 2024, Boar's Head deli meat sparked a deadly Listeria monocytogenes outbreak. 10 deaths. 61 illnesses across 18 states. The contamination traced to a Jarratt, Virginia processing plant. USDA inspectors found shocking violations: mold, mildew, insects, dripping water, and meat residue buildup. Records showed these conditions persisted for months before the outbreak. Boar's Head recalled 7 million pounds of deli meat products. Liverwurst was ground zero, but contamination spread across multiple product lines. Listeria is particularly dangerous for pregnant women, newborns, seniors, and anyone with weakened immune systems. It causes fever, muscle aches, severe headaches, and can lead to miscarriage, stillbirth, and death. The Jarratt plant temporarily closed. USDA suspended operations. Boar's Head promised remediation and enhanced safety protocols. But here's the critical detail. USDA inspection reports from 2023 show repeated violations at that same facility. Condensation was dripping onto food contact surfaces. Insects were found in production areas. Cleaning of equipment was inadequate. These were not surprise violations discovered in July 2024. They were documented problems that persisted because Boar's Head chose profit over safety. Walk into any deli counter right now. Boar's Head products are premium priced, positioned as the quality choice. That branding convinced millions of families that paying extra meant getting safer, better products. The outbreak shattered that illusion. For pregnant women, Listeria crosses the placental barrier and can kill unborn babies. For seniors with compromised immunity, Listeria causes meningitis and sepsis. For anyone who trusted premium pricing to mean premium safety, Boar's Head proved price does not equal protection. 10 people died eating what they thought was quality deli meat. 61 more suffered serious illness. Millions more consumed potentially contaminated products. The recall was massive, but the damage to trust is permanent. Go check your refrigerator right now. If you see Tim Hortons items, Taco Bell taco meat, Subway sandwich rolls, Chipotle leftovers, McDonald's anything, Panera Bread branded items, or Boar's Head deli meat, do not wait. Throw them out. Do not finish the package. Do not use up what is left. Your health is not worth saving $5 or finishing what you already bought. But do not panic. Not every chain betrayed your trust. Some companies still care about what goes in your body. These 3 chains earned their place through transparency, consistent safety standards, and actual quality. Real fast food still exists. You just need to know where to find it. 3. Chick-fil-A. While other chains face recalls and lawsuits, Chick-fil-A maintains remarkable food safety consistency. No major outbreaks, no federal criminal charges, no mass contamination scandals. Their chicken is antibiotic-free, a commitment they made industry-leading years before competitors followed. Every breast fillet is hand-breaded in restaurant kitchens, not pre-processed in distant factories. Quality control happens on site, every day, at every location. Third-party food safety audits consistently rate Chick-fil-A among the highest in the industry. Their supply chain maintains full traceability. You can track chicken from farm to restaurant. Compare that to McDonald's mystery bulk contracts or Chipotle's repeated contamination failures. Chick-fil-A's restaurants score exceptionally high on health department inspections. Cleanliness standards are rigorous and enforced. Employees receive extensive food safety training, not the bare minimum teenager crash course. The company invests in safety infrastructure, proper temperature controls, sanitation protocols, and ingredient handling procedures that prevent cross-contamination. For families looking for consistent, safe fast food, Chick-fil-A delivers without compromise. For seniors with health concerns, their standards mean you can eat confidently. For anyone tired of wondering what's really in their food, Chick-fil-A provides transparency and traceability. Number 2. In-N-Out Burger. Since 1948, In-N-Out has refused to compromise. No freezers in any location, no microwaves anywhere. Fresh ingredients are delivered daily from company-owned facilities. They control the entire supply chain vertically. In-N-Out owns its meat production facilities in Baldwin Park, California, Lathrop, California, and Dallas, Texas. Every beef patty is made from whole chuck, never frozen, and free of additives, fillers, and preservatives. Potatoes arrive whole and are hand-cut in each restaurant for French fries. You can watch employees slice potatoes right before frying them in 100% sunflower oil. Lettuce is hand-leafed. Tomatoes are fresh. Buns are baked using old-fashioned, slow-rising sponge dough. Real American cheese, not processed cheese product. Every burger is made to order, cooked fresh when you place it. Compare In-N-Out's ingredient list to Taco Bell's oat fillers or Subway's cake bread. In-N-Out beef, lettuce, tomato, onion, cheese, bun spread. That's it. No maltodextrin, no modified cornstarch, no yoga mat chemicals, just actual food ingredients you recognize. Consumer Reports and independent food safety organizations consistently rank In-N-Out among the cleanest, highest quality fast food chains. Health department inspection scores are exemplary. The company has expanded slowly and deliberately, refusing to sacrifice quality for rapid growth. For families wanting genuinely fresh fast food, In-N-Out proves it's possible. For health-conscious consumers, their radical transparency and simple ingredients provide peace of mind. For anyone who remembers when fast food meant fresh food, In-N-Out still delivers that promise. 1. Culver's. This Midwest treasure does frozen custard and butterburgers right, and more importantly, does food safety right. Culver's maintains strict supplier standards. Their beef is never frozen before reaching restaurants where it is seared on flat-top grills. Fresh vegetables are delivered multiple times weekly. Wisconsin cheese curds are made fresh daily. The company conducts rigorous third-party food safety audits across its supply chain. Transparency reports are publicly available. Ingredient sourcing is documented and traceable. No mystery meat suppliers. No bulk contracts hiding questionable origins. Culver's restaurant health inspection scores consistently exceed industry averages. Their training programs emphasize food safety as foundational, not optional. Employees learn proper handling, temperature control, and sanitation before they touch food. The company has not faced major food safety scandals, recalls, or federal investigations. No criminal fines for adulterating food. No outbreak lawsuits piling up. Just steady, consistent, safe operations focused on quality. For seniors seeking familiar comfort food made safely, Culver's delivers. For families with children who need reliable, clean meals, Culver's provides consistency. For anyone exhausted by corporate chains choosing profit over safety, Culver's proves regional focus can mean higher standards. And there you have it. From Panera's deadly caffeine bombs to Boar's Head's mold-ridden processing plants, we have exposed what corporate greed does to American food. The Golden Arches were contaminated with E. coli. Subway was serving legal cake. Chipotle forced sick teenagers to handle your burrito. Tim Hortons betrayed 50 years of Canadian trust. Taco Bell served oat-filled beef fiction. McDonald's served microplastic coffee. These are not isolated incidents. These are patterns of companies choosing profit over your safety, your health, your family's well-being. But real options still exist. Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, and Culver's prove fast food can be fast and safe. You now know what to avoid and what to trust. Small changes protect your health for decades. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More food industry exposés are coming soon. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay healthy, and demand better from the food industry.